The Law of Property Act 1925 stipulates that land can be held in either one of two ways, either freehold or leasehold. You may have heard these terms bounced around quite a lot whilst you're searching for properties to purchase yourself, and you may be wondering exactly what each of them means and what implications they have on you as a homeowner. Well, in this video we'll be going through exactly that. Freehold is known as fee simple absolute in possession, and it can be broken down in this way. Fee simple essentially means that the ownership will not end on the death of the owner and can be inherited down. Absolute means that there are no conditions attached to ownership, and in possession means that there is an immediate right to occupy or collect rent on the property. Another simpler and more common explanation of a freehold property is essentially that you own the building itself as well as the land in which it sits on. And as a freeholder, you are essentially responsible for the entire building, from your possessions inside to the walls, the roof, and the physical structure of the building itself. And so you are responsible for maintaining and carrying out any repairs associated with your freehold property. A leasehold property, on the other hand, means that you own the building or the flat itself, but not the land on which it sits on. That will be owned by the freeholder. So essentially, as a leaseholder, you are given exclusive possession of that property for a set and pre-agreed period of time. And as a leaseholder, you will have a contract with the freeholder which will set out conditions of ownership. So there may be certain restrictions in place, such as you may not be able to keep any pets or sublet the property without prior permission of the freeholder. There will be other covenants in place, so you will have to pay either a ground rent to the freeholder or service charges, which will contribute towards the maintenance and upkeep of the building itself. Moreover, as a leaseholder, as your right of exclusive possession decreases in time, so for example, if you bought the property with a 90-year lease, you lived in the property for 10 years. At the end of that 10 years, there will only be 80 years remaining on that lease. So if you then wanted to sell that property, the next person would only have 80 years remaining on that lease. And so as a result, the leasehold property can be seen as a diminishing asset. However, you can have rights to extend the lease if you wanted, but again, there would be a cost associated with that. Furthermore, as the lease generally becomes less than 70 or 80 years remaining on there, it can be difficult to get a mortgage on. So again, if you're looking to resell the property in that time, then you would also need to take that into consideration. A common hold or a share of freehold is a relatively new concept, and it arose out of the Common Hold and Leasehold Reform Act of 2002, which essentially states that you as the leaseholder would own either the building or the flat itself, as well as jointly owning the land or the common parts of the building with your fellow leaseholders of the block. In conclusion, there's pros and cons for owning each tenure of property, be it freehold, leasehold or share of freehold, and it's really up to you to determine what would fit best with your property investment strategy going forward. If you would like any further help or advice in terms of buying a property, then feel free to get in touch with us. Our contact details will be in the description below, and don't forget to read the full-length blog of this video as well, so you can get some more information, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.